I've expected you. Welcome to my Miraculous Rewrite Summary Part 1. My name is Aripidea, but you can call me Era. Please enjoy this mess. First off, a disclaimer, this is purely for fun. I did not do this with any intent to hate or disregard the work that goes into making a TV show. And English is not my first language, so I recommend activating the subtitles. Also, before you hate on me or others that did rewrites, I think rewrite is just a fancy sounding name for fanfiction. So, I started watching Miraculous, I think, back around the middle or end of 2016, and then watched season 2, except for Cataclysm Heroes Day Part 1 and Majura Heroes Day Part 2. After that, I just lost interest. As of right now, I've watched all 3 seasons and season 4 in first release order up to Crocodile. You may have seen this video with the title Miraculous is a Mess by Fallen Gale. That's the reason why I started the rewrite. I saw it and was very frustrated with the show and just threw a question at myself. Could I rewrite that? And I tried. And I failed. Somewhat. The original plan was to make it kinda like the rewrite of season 5 of Wings Club by Unicorn of War. And I massively underestimated the work that goes into that and massively overestimated my ability to do that work. So the plan changed. My current plan is to give you, dear viewer, a summary of everything I did and of everything I had planned for the plot in my rewrite. Though before we start with the actual plot, there are a few things you should know before we start. Firstly, please be aware that I have been working and staring at this for like 22 months or something, while also doing a lot of other stuff, so if this is hard to understand, it's because I have no idea anymore how this looks from the outside in any way, but I did my best to make it as understandable as possible. Within the summaries, I will talk about major changes I made that I think are needed for context, but there also may be some big things that I leave out. Overall episodes, I made minor changes to give things a better flow and bring some more logic in, but I won't go into details in the summary. Also, there are some changes overall that should be noted, which include, but are not limited to, this rewrite is named Miraculous Adventures in Paris instead of the official Miraculous Adventures of Ladybug and Cat Noir. Everyone is a bit older, even though we never got official ages for the characters. The city layout is changed in multiple ways. No teleporting Eiffel Tower, thank you very much. Adrian and Chloe are actual friends, and Adrian's bodyguard, the gorilla, I gave him an actual name because he is a recurring character that's close to a main character, so I named him Fleury Bellamy. So anytime I say Fleury or Bellamy, I mean Adrian's bodyguard. I do want to write this in like a good way, be that the way that I've written a lot of this already or as an actual fanfiction at some point in the future. And with at some point in the future, I mean in hopefully a few years when I have the time and energy to do this. Because I did write a lot for this and I don't want it to just rot away in my docs, I will select certain scenes from the episodes I did write, gather them up according to the season they belong to, and post them on Tumblr along with the videos. Though a lot of it is in German, but there will be parts in English. And I did keep everything pretty short, so this is basically a speed 1 walkthrough of this thing I call rewrite. Let's just get this over with. So, Miraculous Adventures in Paris, Season 1. Adventures of Ladybug and Cat Noir, and yes, all seasons have a name. Episode 1, Every Beginning is Difficult, Part 1, and Episode 2, Every Beginning is Difficult, Part 2. The first 2 episodes are basically the origin episodes with slight changes to bring some more logic in. Instead of using the Butterfly Miraculous instantly, Hawkmoth uses it a bit without akumatizing anyone. Waze, who is with Master Fu, feels the activation and wants Fu, which he takes as a sign to find people to give out Miraculous. He has observed both Marinette and Adrian for around 2 weeks before giving them the Miraculous. Ivan's reason for being akumatized is not specified directly, but it doesn't really have anything to do with his crush on Mylene. Chloe is still mean to Marinette, but way more directly, which causes Marinette to avoid Adrian in turn. At the end of the episode, the two become friendly with each other. Episode 3, Everyday School Life. The episode title says it all, a little glimpse of how they behave and interact with the others in school. Episode 4, The Weather Report. Basically the stormy weather episode, but Marinette and Alia go to the park with Manon just because. That Adrian has his photo shoot there is pure coincidence. It's also revealed that Cat Noir can purify Akumas too with his stuff. Episode 5, No Choice. Another school day. Class representatives are being discussed. In the end, Nino gets class rep and Marinette gets vice class rep. Also, Marinette realizes her crush on Adrian. Episode 6, Disturbed Connection. This episode is just a Lady Wi-Fi episode with slight changes for more logic. Episode 7, Always the Same Song. An episode to give a look into Adrian's normal life, showing that he has a lot on his plate and barely time for himself. as well as showing that Natalie does have a soft spot for him. Episode 8, Deja Vu. The Timebreaker episode, aka Alec's birthday. Again, some changes. For example, instead of Cat Noir getting touched by Timebreaker to save Ladybug, he just stays back in the first timeline while Ladybug travels back with Timebreaker. At the end, the race has not been finished, but the day was saved. Episode 9, Food Fight. The Kung Fu episode, the first akumatized person who is defeated without the Lucky Charm. Episode 10, Artistic Passion. Marinette spends her free time at school on this day in the art room working on the Lucky Charm for Adrien, though she can't give it to him personally, and Mark is introduced. Episode 11, The Horror Film. The Horrificator episode. Instead of only Nino wanting to make the movie, which doesn't make much sense in the first place, it's both Max and Nino together. And most of the class help. The order in which the kids get abducted by Horrificator is changed. In the end, they manage to scare Horrificator till she's so small that Ladybug could just pick her up and they destroy the Akuma. In the end, Max uses the footage he got from the Akuma attack, but they don't win the contest. Episode 12, Night Shift Patrol. A look into the night, more like late evening, patrol of Ladybug and Cat Noir, with a bit of playing, helping civilians, and questions about their kwamis. Episode 13, Internship Day. Pixelator episode. Major changes. Marinette does not make the glasses for Jagged Stone, instead she needs to go and get them from a store from which they have been ordered. Also, Ladybug does not go to Vincent's apartment, instead she offers Pixelator a deal. He lets half the people free now, she brings him to Jagged Stone, and then he lets the other half of the people free. He accepts that offer. Adrien is one of the people who is let free with the first half, through which Cat Noir can join the fight. Episode 14, Plague is sick. Inspired by Princess Fragrance, but no one is akumatized. Plague gets sick and Adrien needs to get through his day and try to find a time window to bring Plague to the healer he told Adrien about. In the end, Adrien meets Master Fu. Episode 15, The Lost Book. The Volpina episode. Instead of believing that Volpina is a new superhero, Ladybug and Cat Noir recognize her as Lila, as with all other akumatized people. Also, Ladybug admits to Cat Noir that it kinda is her fault, and after the fight when Ladybug wants to check on Adrien, she believes Cat Noir when he says that Adrien is probably fine. At the end, Tiki shows Marinette where she needs to bring the book, and Marinette meets Master Fu. And Christmas special, Miraculous, Ladybug and Cat Noir in a cold Christmas. A Christmas special with major focus on Adrien, flashbacks to Christmas 10 years ago in their guest house, and some looks into the present Christmas day of Marinette and Adrien. Gabriel is a bad father, Adrien reacts accordingly, Natalie and Fleury are a better family for Adrien, as well as a fight against Santa Frost, a man who felt alone, and Hawkmoth took advantage of that. He increases the negative temperatures and the snowfall in Paris. The flashbacks show more of Emily, the fact that she was sick, and references her death before the next Christmas. After Ladybug and Cat Noir defeat Santa Frost, they invite him to the next day's Christmas celebration at the Eiffel Tower, before going back to their respective homes to detransform. The special ends with Adrien, who goes down to the dining room and joins Natalie and Fleury in a card game. So, that would be season 1. I don't think the summary does my ideas justice, but I really need to get this out of my system, even if it's just a fraction. I also have no idea if anyone can follow this. If you can, congratulations! Part 2 will come whenever it's ready, but I can assure you that the script is ready by the time this comes out. Until then, I have other videos on my channel. Maybe just take a glimpse, see if something catches your eye. And with this, I release you into the depths of the universe. Once again, see ya!